This for my people with ambition. Keep going. Don't give up. I know it's hard. You got everybody trying to, bring you down. Let's see, that's why you gotta go around people, who that's, you know, um, you gotta be around people who uplift you, who motivate you. You can't be around a lot of people, trying to bring you down every day, because, because they feeling down, and it seemed like it just seemed like the more you try to lift people up, the more they try to bring you down. But you can't let that affect you. Cause you gotta realize, like, God see everything. God watching everything. The more you try to bring people up, the more God gonna bring you up. And the more somebody try to bring somebody down, so you just gotta understand, like, it's not about you, especially when you give your life to something higher, when you give your life to the Lord and you trust in God, you will start to understand more and kind of see more. I'm gonna tell you one situation. It could affect your life in many ways. But if you hold your peace and let God fight your battles, that's the right thing to do. Depend on God and have faith. You know. And then, like, when you ambitious, you can't let nothing you can't let the you know if you doing anything, if you getting intoxicated and it's not working for you, you understand that. You understand that you know you gotta stay away from it. And it's hard to do that. it's hard to do that, especially, if everybody around you doing it. And then it's even harder when they see you trying to stop doing it. That's going, you know, that ain't gonna make it easy for you. Depend on God, pray to God to overcome, these battles that we face. You know, yeah, yeah. And it's just hard. When it's hard trying to overcome. And then you just gotta keep yourself around people that want to see you do good. You gotta be around people who, you know, yeah, mainly if a person, is into God, well, that's the people that I like to be around. I like to be around people who follow Christ. I like to be around people who follow God, the Son of God. Cause if you following God and His righteousness, I feel like that's someone who can be trustworthy. Cause everybody, ain't none of us perfect. And everybody believe in God and say they, everybody, believe, God, love God. But just because you love God, you know, don't mean you follow God. Because something bad can happen to somebody right now, me. And, I can pray to God all day. God, please help me. Jesus Christ, please help me. But that don't mean that I'm following God's laws. That don't mean that I'm doing the right thing. You know. So, I choose to do the right thing. I choose to follow God, follow God's laws. And His commandments. Even before, like even before I knew the commandments, I always knew about the commandments, but before I even, you know, really understood the commandments, or started to understand the commandments, I was already, I was already living it. And that's when I realized, like, the Bible tells me so. Yeah, I just, and then I just, I just felt it, and sometimes I can be wrong. I don't know, you know, as far as how I think, because I'm harmless. I'm harmless as a dove, but I'm always trying to be wise as a serpent. That means I don't really trust nobody until I see until and I just don't really trust. But I don't really trust because I know a lot of people I know a lot of people move like snakes. And that's why the Bible say, be wise as a serpent, you know, but be harmless as a dove. So I'm gonna treat everybody with the utmost love, with the utmost respect. But as far as trust goes, you gotta put all your trust in God. You can't put your trust in man because man will fail you every time. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying I don't like people, or I don't, I just don't trust nobody and this and that. I'm saying the only person, the only one you can 100% trust is God. I'm gonna tell you another reason why. It's evil spirits out here. It's very bad spirits out here. And we can't see them. We can't see these spirits. You know, these spirits, they can't, they spirits, they can't talk, what I'm saying? They can't do this, they can't do that. Only thing they can do is, only thing they can do is jump in people. But as soon as they jump in people, you know, they take over that person's body and they use that person's body. Yeah. And then they try to jump on you. They try to jump on you. And that's how spirits get to it. But Thank God. Thank the Heavenly Father that He told you about these spirits already. And God is God. And pay attention to God and His words. You know, God gave His word to His Son, Jesus Christ, in the midst of adversity, like never before. And He gave it to me too. And He giving it to me. And giving it to you. And I know a lot of people don't really understand. Sometimes I feel like for the people who do, that's who it's for. You know, right now, this for my people that, have ambition and everything right now too. For my people that's, trying to do right by their family and their friends and trying to, help everybody. Help the, help the people that they care about, help strangers. Even though it's a lot of negative people around her that's not doing nothing, but just being a disturb. And yeah, you know, I mean, I just don't know. I'm just getting older now. I'm just getting older, and I'm starting to understand more. And that the devil, I know that the devil and the devil children don't want these messages getting out. I know he don't. I always knew that. Ever since I was younger, I always knew that. I always was quiet. I always was to myself, you know. And that's because people don't like the truth. But this for my people with ambition.